Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take Family. Today everything is purple. I have chosen fabrics that come in the purple family, and I have chosen lavenders, different shades. I have trims, beautiful trims. This one I actually is white, and I tinted it with purple, used it in a journal. The journal now lives in Taiwan. It was a beautiful prayer journal, just a gorgeous, gorgeous journal. And I found that leftover piece, and I was like, oh, maybe. So today, I also have my assortment of fun little cuts, and I have some more on my right. I have different little, sentiments and sayings and just some random things, but a lot of them have lavenders and purples on them. And then I have butterflies. I'm also going to be using some green, a little bit of green probably, because there are green in this material, and green and purple are gorgeous together. I have some of my ladies, and I have this set from what's it called? Oh, I know the name. Ends with Opia, doesn't it? I can't think of the name of the company, but a lot of us have used this kit, and I've kind of hoarded it because it took me forever to get a hold of it, and I have used a little bit of it, but not much. But I thought that it might lend well to this project, possibly. We'll see. He's an adorable little dragonfly. So I still have a few of the smaller bits and pieces in here that I thought would look nice. So we'll see about that. I have my hot glue gun ready. I have my paper here. I am going to use a paper base. So today's snippet roll is going to be used on this paper. I get this on Amazon. It is in my list for you to purchase if you want it. It's like $4.99 or something like that, super cheap. And it's just a painter's masking paper. And it's really thin. It's nice to do collages on. You guys have seen me work with it a lot. And I thought it'd be a good paper base. I was going to use a cloth base, but since this particular snippet roll is going to be a combination of paper and fabric and trims, different textures, I thought it'd be fun to try it with a paper base. The first one I ever did that I combined the paper and fabric a lot with was on a paper base. It was on Vintage Book Page. So you can also use that. I got my fabric scissors. I have some of my paper scissors. I'll probably grab a better pair. Do need to go to the store and buy some of these. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull out a strip probably about 2 feet long. And I'm just going to cut. I'm not measuring or anything. You can put this as short or as long as you want it. I, of course, am attempting to make it a little bit shorter. I probably should go even shorter than that, actually, to finish it on camera. Because you know how long these take. We did 2 videos on that one. Well, we'll give it a try. If I want to cut it off, I can. So now all I'm going to do is, I want to do a wide one like I did yesterday. Maybe not, I don't know. Should I do a bigger wide? Maybe not quite as wide, but I think I'm going to go about 3 inches. You probably can't see me. But I'm just cutting down the side here. Okay. So I'm going to be doing this at about 3 inches wide. So it's not, I don't think it's quite as wide as the one I did yesterday with the all fabric and buttons and lace. But I wanted to do it wider than I usually do because I did like the wide one. Yeah, this one is 4 inches for sure. So this is about 3. Yeah. I did start, by the way, just so you know, I am hand stitching around these little guys that I put on here, and I may do a little bit of hand stitching throughout. I'm not sure if I'll do it all the way through, but I am doing it around those those phrase cloths that I had on the muslin. Okay, so I'm going to move all these goodies out of my way. Try to keep everything together. I don't guarantee that I'm going to use everything I brought, but I brought it so that I would have it. I wanted to have a nice little selection right here in front of me to use. Okay. I'm trying to move slowly and methodically so I don't knock into things and knock them over. Which y'all know I can do. I'm good at it. Miss Clumsy Girl here. I see where this is a little bit uneven. Which, since I didn't measure, it's going to be uneven. But I'm just going to trim it. There we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start grabbing some things. And like I said, this is going to be a combination of paper and fabric. So I do want to... Where is my stuff? Sorry, guys. You suddenly hear things fall. It's because I have everything, as usual, stacked up around me. I'm just trying to find my... I may have left it out. Did I? I was looking for my... Don't you dare drop. I was looking for my vintage photo here. Here's walnut. Oh, here we go. I'm going to use the ink, not the oxide. All right. So I have that ready to do some distressing on my pieces. Okay. All right. And we are going to just dive right in to this. Now I'm looking to see which glue I want to use. I wonder if any of these are actually open. This one might be. I have a thingy on it. Okay, I hope this one is. I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off because I think I'm going to have it hang over this corner and get this started. Okay. Okay. And I'm just going to start grabbing. Used the wrong scissors and get a cut. I really want to give this a, just kind of an eclectic feel. I'm going to try not to worry too much about what I put where. However, before I started, I was thinking, do I want to make it in sections? Because usually I kind of match up sections and move it that way. And like the last couple days, I've kind of made it flow all the way through, which is great. But I also like to be able to have different looks, like I did the first couple of days with the different ones, and I was able to cut them up into their separate sections. So I'm kind of torn as to how I want to do that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, you guys. Because like these three here are more of a smoky purple. And then you've got a deeper purple with blues in it. You've got the ones that have some green in them. And I was thinking that I could do, sections of it having a certain look is what I'm talking about. So with this particular one, I'm looking to see what goes good with it. I think that I had to tear these down. They were sewn together. I'm not using the right scissors for my fabric, am I? So I think these will look good. Okay. And then we're going to also, like I said, we're going to use trims. We're going to use some flowers and paper. Lots of paper. And to bring a little white into this end of it, okay, because I've used all of these together. I know they all match. The purples, they're all kind of a cool shade, except for that one. They're more smoky. I call it smoky. I don't know if it's a warmer lavender and purple or if it's still in the cools. I don't know. What do you guys think of these? I think they're probably warmer looking. They almost have a watercolor look to them. So that's why I was thinking of using them in a different spot, but we'll see. I do think I will make the area with the cloth first, and then I'm probably going to make that my only spot. I started with the paper. I'm going to do the cloth first for the most part, and then cover with different things of paper. And because we're going to do some covering and some variations, we don't have to cover every single little section. You know, like I can put paper right here, or I can put some trim right there. So I'm not going to worry if every piece of this is covered, because then I can come back in, just as an example, with something like this and cover it, see? So it's not like I have to worry. It's more getting the fabric down and giving me a base. I think I want to do the base as fabric first, and then the paper on top. So you guys get what I'm saying. You get me. Okay. And the art glitter glue will hold well. I don't know if I'm planning on doing any sewing on this. I haven't decided yet. So I figured that the art glitter glue would hold nicely, whether I sew it or not. And if I do sew it, it doesn't jam up my needle on my machine, which I told you happens with the Fabrifix. That's why I'm not. I need to move those scissors and stop grabbing them. Okay. I hope you guys gave these a try this week and found that you enjoyed yourselves doing it. I do hope. I wonder if this one would go. It does go, but I'm just saying, do I want to mix it in there, or do I want to wait? Since there's green here, I might go ahead and use a piece of this. I love this, and I could only find this tiny strip. I could have sworn I had more of it left, but I cannot find it anywhere. I did a journal a couple of years, I don't know, it's been a year, at least a year and a half ago with this, with these purples, and yeah, I have no idea where this particular fabric went. I'm just trying to decide where I want to lay it. So it is raining here in Arizona right now. It's Tuesday of this week, in case you're wondering when I'm at. Not where, but when. And so, yeah, it's raining really bad. So Courtney's home, and he is sleeping because our cat, which, praise God, it happened last night, and he's not working today, because our cat decided, you know, Mommy's been sick, and I've been sleeping on the couch because of my back and because of being sick. And last night was the first night I slept in our bed in a while because of being worried about getting him sick. And so she and her brother have gotten so used to me sleeping out here with them that she always does scratch on the door, but this time she was determined to get me out of there, and she was scratching on the door, and I was wearing my headphones. I listen to like brown noise at night, and I've decided I'm going to go very random with this and just kind of make this whatever I want all over the place like I did yesterday. I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah, she decided, get this, she was going to wake us up and make me come out. And so it was pretty funny, except that she woke Courtney up and he couldn't go back to sleep. And so, you know, of course, he worked all day yesterday, and now he's got a cat scratching on the door and pulling on the bottom. She gets her claws up under the door, and they pull on the door, you guys. So Mia is a bad girl. She woke up her daddy, and then when I came out finally, I woke up early because my back and my hip were hurting. The bed is a firm bed, the new one we got, and it just really hurts me. I can't help it. And so I came out here early, and she was in my face like, what were you doing? Why weren't you in there with me? What's going on? You know. And then, of course, her brother had to join in because he can't stand it if she comes near me with him and if I pet her without him near. You know, there's just a total jealousy there. And so I usually have one cat on my right and one on my left getting pet. Yeah, so it could be worse. They could not want anything to do with me. You know how cats are. So I only have one piece of this, so I'm not sure if I am going to use it here or not. I might wait. Because now that I've cut it in half, I only have 2 pieces of it. Let's see. A little close to that one. I want to have green to spread out a little bit, and I don't have a lot with green on it, so yeah. I'm just kind of collaging, like I told you guys this whole week. I think of snippets, strips, and rolls as being a collage effort. So if you enjoy collage, just look at it like that. You're just doing it, instead of a full page, you're doing it as a strip and making something pretty, you know. And then I'm just going to pull in a couple things, so like we can put a little teapot. I'm just showing you. I'm not going to put these out yet, but kind of give you the gist, you know, and do like a little label, and then you build on top of that with some more, you know, you've got your laces, you've got all that. So all together, it starts to really look cute, you know. And because I'm using all these matching colors, it makes my eyes much happier than when I'm not using matching colors. I guess I should go ahead, since I'm mixing and matching, I might as well go ahead and bring in this one here. This journal, this fabric is the one I used to make that journal that was my challenge from Miss Mags, to make a journal with no digis or anything. And I loved how that one came out. It is still for sale in my Etsy shop. It was a pretty journal. And it's got a lot of vintage, real vintage ephemera in it and stuff, and everything in it is handmade. That was the challenge, so I did it. And as you guys know, it was not easy for me. I'm so used to using everything at my disposal. So, you know, having to use only handmade things, it took me a little longer. But it was worth it. It came out very pretty. So thank you for the challenge, Miss Mags. Let's see. Oh, I already had one cut. I didn't see it sitting here. So yeah, so we're just kind of covering this paper. And then Devin messaged me, that's my daughter's fiance, this morning. She is sick. Poor baby girl. Please keep her in your prayers. She seems to have stomach flu. He did text back later and say that she woke up feeling a little better. Praise God. I had prayed and the Lord answered, and I'm very grateful for that, because I hate, you know, you hate when your babies are sick. I'm going to use this one now. And poor little thing, she doesn't do good when she's sick, and she's just never, she's a little, my daughter's small, she's tiny, and yeah, not sickly, I don't want to say sickly, but when she gets sick, it hits her hard. You know, she's just a little girl. She's always been small and petite, and Even if having, after having a baby and having a little bit of weight on her, she was still small, just small frame. Her little hands are so precious. She has hands, like my hands aren't big. I have, small hands, but her hands are like this. Like if she puts her hand up against mine, it's like these tiny little hands. And she hates it because we always loved looking at her little hands because they were so precious, and they just seemed to stop growing when she was about 9 years old. And they're so cute. I love her hands. She's the fastest texter in the West. The girl can text you so quick. But, yeah, but she's been sicky, so he got her crackers and ginger ale and some NyQuil to help her sleep, and she took the day off from work, which she never ever does because they really can't afford for either one of them to take time off. And so yeah, that's how serious it was. So yeah, I appreciate anyone lifting her up. Her name is Maria. Stop it. Okay. Oh, and then I got a message today from, you can tell I'm feeling better, huh? I'm able to talk and come up with conversation. I got a message today. Now, I don't want to start doing all this patchy, quilty, the same size and length and everything, so I need to start cutting these a little different. From the homeless ministry at my church, Servant's Heart Ministry, praise God, I'm so excited. I was praying and thinking about this just the past week, and I just love how God's timing is so perfect. This year, in 2024, we have decided to not only have the homeless come to us, but we are going to start going to them. Praise God. We're going to go out on the streets of Casa Grande, and we are going to start reaching out to them personally. And to me, that is the greatest thing that we can do, is to go to them, not make them come to us, It's great for them to come to us and do what we do. That's fun. And it's a blessing to them, of course. But to actually have us go out and be a part of the community and let them see our faces, feel our love, that makes such a big difference in their lives. And so, yeah, I'm super excited. We're having our first meeting on on this Saturday at the church. We're going to clean out the storage room where we keep all of our stuff for the ministry and get things ready. And we're going to plan, have a sit down and talk about our strategy for the year, which is, I'm excited. I don't know what role I'll get to play, but I'm very blessed to get to go. My husband, Alex, and I used to minister. I've mentioned that. We used to go out on the streets and minister to the homeless, and we volunteer at kitchens and stuff. We'd go to women's homes and shelters, and, and that was just a very cool thing to do. I've sung in street ministry before, which is a blessing. And so, yeah, I have no idea where the Lord will put us or put me, but I would be happy to comb their hair, wash their feet. I don't care, honestly. I'm excited. The Lord knows my heart. I talked to him about it this morning, and I just want to represent him well. I want people to know how much he loves them, I'm going to go ahead and cut, since I only have this one piece, I think I'll go ahead and trim this down. Okay. We're also going to use some sari silk on this one. I found some purple sari silk, which made me super happy. Didn't know I had any of it left, so that'll be fun. Let's see. Let's do one of these pieces. Haven't done one of these in a minute. This one's for all my purple girls out there. I have a few of you that I know love purple. Vanessa, you're one of my purple girls. There's a few people out there that love purple. Okay. And I don't mean Vanessa from Tennessee. You're blue. I mean Vanessa from South Africa. Just so I decipher who I'm talking to, so everybody knows who I'm talking to. Because I have so many, you know, people, and there are a few double names, you know what I mean? Which is normal. So I've been going kind of crisscrossy all this time, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do a few that are straight. Just, I don't think it really matters, because a lot of this, like yesterday's, a lot of this is going to be covered. And by the way, I posted yesterday's on Facebook to see what people thought of it, and I had such a sweet feedback from everybody, and thank you for that, because I was, as you know from the video, I was very tempted not to post it, and I've grown to like it more than I did yesterday. So I don't know, it was so many different colors mixed together, and I was like, oh, but then by the time you get done, like I said, once you cover everything, you kind of go, okay, you can't even really decipher, you know, what's what. So it's really not all that bad. Not really. And I had such a sweet response from so many of you. Thank you for that. Okay, there we go. I mean on Facebook, because I haven't actually, as of recording this video, I haven't actually posted anything yet. I mean, I haven't posted it yet. But hopefully I'll get a good feedback from you guys on here too, because I know not all of you are on Facebook with me. Oh, that's upside down, and I don't like that. There we go. I'm a right-handed person, so everything I do kind of tends to be right-angled, like it's a book, you know, reading a book. And when I see certain things layered, I go, okay, that's upside down to my eyes. It might not actually be upside down to everybody. Okay, let's see here. Got to keep the mix going. I haven't done one of these in a minute. Okay, I'm just going to run this across there. Only because I saw how it was going to lay, so like that. So as you can see, I'm not, like I said, I'm not covering every spot. I don't care about that. I'm just more getting it down there, because I am going to be covering all of it eventually with other stuff, because we've brought some goodies to play with. Some of these cloths, fabrics, I always call them cloths, some of these fabrics came from Walmart. Many of them did, and like this one came from Walmart, and this one did, but there's quite a few. And then I've got a lot that came from, of course, Hobby Lobby and Joann's. Love both of those stores for fabric. Okay. There we go. And we're also going to have lace hanging over the edges. We're going to have trims, you know, I think on this. So yeah, it's going to have a lot of different fun things, along with the paper, fussy cuts. Okay, don't be jamming up on me now. Come on. All of a sudden it's doing that. Sorry, gotta clear my glue for a second, guys. Where's my little needle I had over here? Ah. I'll reopen this. Alrighty. I think I liked the crisscrossy look a little more, so I went back to it. Let's get one of these on here. Oh, here it is. Isn't this one pretty with the birds? Oh, I do love this one. And I have enough of this one that I could actually do a cover with this material if I wanted to. We'll see. Maybe I'll make a purple journal. I haven't made a purple journal in a while, and do this on there. Like use this particular fussy, not fussy cut. This particular snippet. That'd be cool if it turns out right. We shall see, right? Got a little too much glue on that one. I think I'm going to bring it a little less angled so that I can bring it in more. There we go. Okay. All right. Trying to think if there's any more stuff that I can tell you guys. Oh, I went to my doctor yesterday and he gave me antibiotics. I was telling you yesterday about it and I couldn't remember, but I still can't remember the name of it, but the medicine is an antibiotic. So hopefully, because I still have it in my throat, like a scratchiness, and almost felt like I was getting sick again. And I still have it. So I'm hoping it's, hopefully it's just allergies or something. I don't usually have allergies, so to be honest, I don't recognize them really well because I never suffered from them as a kid or anything like that. Like Courtney has them all the time, and I do have sinus issues, but that's different. And I mean, it could be sinuses, but usually when I have a sinus issue, I have a headache really bad with it. Like when I was actually sick with the head cold, I had a horrible headache almost for 2 weeks. It was just a bad headache. Well, we're almost to the end here, which, praise the Lord, that's a good sign. That is a good sign. Okay. What time is it? Oh, good. Okay. Now I'm thinking if I want to lay out the papers first, or I think I might want to do some laces and stuff first and then put the paper stuff on top along with any little flowers and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's see. Looking here. Am I forgetting any of them? How many did I have? Different designs. We've got the 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you know what? We could use another piece of that. Let's see. What do I do with it? Oh, we haven't used any of this. Shoot. Let's grab a couple of these. The marble. I think it's pretty. I brought the lavender chiffon, but I don't think I'm going to put it on here. I think what I might go do is backtrack a second and make sure I place some of this somewhere on here so it doesn't just surprisingly show up at the end. Makes sense, right? Okay. All right. Let's just stick a piece right here. And then we will stick a piece somewhere over here. There. There. Now it's going to be throughout. Not a big worry. It's only going to be peeking through anyway, but like I said, I would hate to not have it anywhere else, and then all of a sudden at the very end it shows up and I'm like, people go, that looks weird. But then, I have to always keep in mind, this is getting cut down. It's not like this is going to stay in its hole. like it is. Always got to keep that in mind when you're creating these, and I do forget that, I'll be honest. I kind of like having that right there though, because these purples are the same. They complement each other. Not complement, but complement each other. Okay. Did anybody ever used to watch Bones? That word, when I hear the word complement, I always think of Bones because of a scene between her and Sweets and, what's his name? Oh my gosh, Seeley, Booth. when he told them that they complement each other. Because Booth is like, she didn't compliment me, and Bones looks at him and goes, no, he means we complement each other. She always had to like spell things out for him on certain things. That used to be my favorite show. Well, that one and NCIS. That was the two top shows I watched all the time. And to this day, I still do watch them a lot. Not as much as I used to, but... Oh, I didn't realize I did that so close to that one. Let's do this guy. Well, at least I'm going to have lots of snippet strips and snippet roll stuff, which is cool. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Another piece of that one there. I am trying to hurry. I don't want to take forever on this part. I haven't used this in a minute. I haven't used this for a long minute. It's all the way up at the top. I think I had these sewn together because I had some of the squares sewn together. I think I was playing with the idea of making a quilt out of all these purples. Wouldn't that be pretty? But I'm really not a quilter. It would be a total experiment for me because I'm not. I would need to go online and learn from someone because, yeah, it's not something I've ever done on my own. But my grandmother, I grew up watching my grandma make hand quilts. And, you know, she never used a stretcher or anything. I mean, they weren't perfect. They were just little country made, you know, by a little country farm woman. But they were so precious and hand sewn, all hand sewn. And she'd just work and work and work on those. And she'd use scraps. I think I mentioned that the other day, yesterday. And yeah, it was just a really cool thing to grow up watching my grandma do. And I loved it. So, very proud of her. She was very, it's funny, she was very crafty. But you would, back then you didn't call it that. It was just part of life. That was how you did things. You know, you made things by hand. If you needed a rug, she would sit down and she would braid her scraps. She'd strip them down and she would braid them and she would sew the rug together. And there we had a rug. We had a new rug for the kitchen. And that was how it was. I mean, if she needed a purse, my grandma, if she needed a purse, she'd just sit down and create one. And sew it together, and she taught me how to create little handbags, you know, just little cloth handbags. And she could also use a machine. She had her sewing machine, but she loved to sew by hand. She wasn't all that great. I mean, her stitching wasn't beautiful or perfect, but it was serviceable. You know what I'm saying? Very serviceable was my grandma's work. And just brings back a lot of good memories when I talk about it. She was awesome. Now, my mother was quite the seamstress. My mother could sit down and sew beautiful clothes and, you know. Grandma could too, but I think, you know, like she just didn't, she wasn't a fancy woman. And if you'd have ever seen some of the stuff she made, it was beautiful. She used to make the most adorable, remember the 6-pack, what do you call them? I can't think of what they're called. Hot muffin pan, or I mean, I can't think of what they call them in the kitchen. Your hot pads. She used to make all these hot pads, and she'd make them, she'd crochet, and she'd make them just all the time. We all saved all of our 6-pack things, and Grandma would use them, and she'd make these adorable mittens, not mittens, but, you know, hot pads for the kitchen, and give them as gifts and stuff, and yeah. But if you called her creative, or if you called her an artist or a crafter, she wouldn't even have known what to think about that. That was just what she did. So I brought some of this. I found some more of this other lace. I used a lot of it yesterday. And I found it, I had already cut the thing off of it, so I thought I would use some of that on here for fun. So what I want to do, let's see. Before I put papers down, like I said, I kind of want to lay out some lace, and maybe, I think I do want to do a strip of lace down the center like I started to do yesterday on that one, but I'm going to use this little cheap lace that comes from the dollar store. I actually have enough sari silk to do down the center if I wanted to, but I think I want to kind of do a few different spots throughout where I create some ruffles with the sari silk and some glue. So I went ahead and heated up my hot glue gun so that I could use it for that. And I also wanted to probably put some pretty faces on this one. I'm just getting this prepared. All right. I'm going to be bumping stuff here. I can see it already. All right. I'm trying not to. So this already, if I had covered it completely, already it looks kind of cute. And it's mostly because it matches, you know. I'm going to go ahead and lay out this lace and glue this down because I'm going to put things over it. That was part of the problem yesterday. Oh, wait, I did bring this lace. Let's look. Do we want to do a lavender or purple lace? Let me check. I don't think I have enough. Nope. Of course, if I cut it in half, I would. And then I could, nah, we'll just use it for another purpose. I'm going to stick with my guns here. Stick with the program. Do I want to use, I think I'll just continue to do what I've been doing. And I'm going to go right down the center, as close proximity as I can here. And I'm going to lay this lace out. I like this little dollar store lace. What about you guys? I get it at the Dollar Tree. And I think it's a nice little crochet lace. It's cheap, and it looks old-fashioned, you know. It's got that look to it. So it adds to your piece. We're going to be covering some of it up, like I said, but I think it'll be cute on here. Now that part is all bent. That's not good. I'll have to glue some of that part down. Here, I'm going to go ahead and lay some glue right here and get that to stay down. Just kind of hold it there for a minute. There we go. Okay. So I really hope these videos inspired you guys and gave you some ideas. There are other ways you can do these. You could use, you can use papers mixed with, I almost did one too, a video with washi tape mixed with fussy cuts. That would be a cute way to do them. You can use stamps, of course, and you could even do stenciling on them if you wanted to. You are, just like everything else with what we do, it's limitless. I think it's only limited by our imagination. Honestly, I really feel that way. Because, if you can think of it and conceive it in your head and get it down on the paper or down on the fabric or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just it's limitless. This is just some of my ideas. Yeah, so You guys, it's funny. I was just thinking about how the other day somebody told me I was creative, and I laughed because, you guys, I do not feel creative. I stare at stuff and I sit and think of stuff I can do. I'm like, what can I do? What can I do? You know, and doing new videos every day, all the time is, I've told you before, it's kind of, it's stressful because you always want to think of something better, you know, the next time, and you want to make something really cute, and you want to make everybody, you know, go, oh, wow, I love that. I want to try that, you know. You want to do that because you're on here, and you're not, you know, you don't want to just be on here crafting and make no difference for anybody. You want to inspire people. Yeah, so I'm sitting here doing this, and I'm like, okay, what do I want to do now? And I'm like, as I'm talking to you guys, I'm thinking, oh, what do I want to do? Because I'm not sure. I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and lay out some of my different colors of this. And I'm just going to kind of weave it around like I do sometimes on other stuff. And I'm not going to worry about like where the colors are or whatever. In fact, I'm just going to kind of move it around and put colors in different places because I am going to cover with paper and possibly some more lace. But I definitely wanted to get some of my, what is it called again? Crinkle seam binding. I definitely wanted some of this on here. I love it, and I love the way it makes stuff look. And so, yeah, we are definitely going to make that happen right now. Now, see, this part needs to be crinkled over. I just roll it like that between my fingers to get a little bit of crinkling going. And I like it to lay just like I see that natural crinkle right there, and I'm just making it fall right into that because it makes it look like it's just falling down your piece. And that's fun. And I'm just going to kind of crisscross colors because I am going to be covering this. I have to keep telling myself that because otherwise I get, do you guys do this? Do you get stuck on the fact that you're covering something that looks really good and or maybe you're looking at it and it doesn't look so good, it kind of looks undone, and then you got to remind yourself, oh yeah, I'm going to be covering that, so it's not going to matter because it's possible that that part won't even show. You know, remember that for everybody who's new to junk journals and to creating with all these different mediums, and bringing them all together, that, you know, this is going to be, it's going to have something over it. So it's just adding to the, it's just adding to it. Okay. I'm going to clean my fingers off just a second. Okay. I paused because I didn't want to waste time with you guys watching me clean my hands. Too much glue. I don't have any more of this dark purple, which is a kind of a bummer. I have another one that's darker than that one, but I figured if I just kind of ran the different colors throughout, it wouldn't really matter because it's going to get cut up anyway, right? Yep. Go down here and just kind of, just going to roll this. It's looking kind of straight. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun with these and that you try them. And if you do, please post and let me see. Seriously, go to Facebook. And if you're not on Facebook, go to Instagram and say, you know, hashtag Tara's Take. And so I can see them. Seriously. Or you can @ Tara's Take family here. And I think that'll alert me and to go check it out as well. You know. When I first started and I started Facebook, it was so people could show me what they'd done because I didn't know how at the time. I didn't know how to help people find me on here. So yeah, now I understand that you can just do an @ sign and my channel name and it'll pull me up. It'll alert me, notify me that somebody's messaged me or whatever. So yeah. But it's good I didn't know because that's how we got our Facebook group. Amen. And it's growing lately. Praise God. A lot of you have come and joined. And then I'm just shocked at my Tara's Take page. Honestly, I am. I'm trying to post more and more and more on there because I have so many new people that are following me and hopefully getting to see what I'm posting. I'm going to do some more of the white. It's kind of an off-white. Yeah, it's more of a creamy white. But anyway, yeah, so I'm just really excited to see so many people hanging out with me and joining me. It's wonderful. You know, you do this kind of thing and you have no idea if it's going to succeed or if it's going to fall or whatever. And I've watched and looked back at a lot of people's videos and seen how far back some people go. And I mean, some of the people who are super popular have been on here for years and years and years and years. Tina's a good example. I mean, she's been on here since like, I think her video posts all the way back to 2012 or something like that. And then, of course, Gail, she's been on for years and years and years. I mean, you know, now some people, I don't think Natasha's been on here that long from Treasure Books. Actually, the way she does things though, it just draws the eye and people come to her. She's a very good instructor, and her growth has been, I think, a lot of, because she does such hard work on her videos, and, you know, she does her editing, and then she's got all the instructions that she gives, and just the way she does things draws the eye, you know, and so it's made her popular really quick. But my point was, you know, growth feels slower than, you know, it probably is. And when you see growth, you're really excited about it, because you're not on here to not ever get to know anybody. You know what I mean? You're on here to get to know people and to be a part of the community and of crafting and art and everything. And so, yeah, I'm really excited that a lot of you have joined me. Thank you. It means a lot. It really does. Okay. All right. That's got a spot. I'm going to have to make sure I cover that when I get going with the papers and stuff, because it's got like a blue spot right there on the ribbon, or on the, what you call it? This stuff I never can remember. Seam binding. So I'm going to use, where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. Go ahead and use another piece of this color. So now we have that, and just kind of swooping it around. Okay. Oops, get on there, baby. I'm just going to trim that off. There we go. One thing I didn't do with any of these that I thought about doing, I might still do it with this one, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Is use my free foot pedal on my sewing machine and just kind of do some random stitching. That always ends up looking pretty cool on stuff like this. I think I did it on a journal cover one time with a lot of success. So that's a thought. If you have one of those pedals, I wish I had more of this dark one, but it's okay. Now, I wanted to put possibly some places of, not everywhere, but I wanted to do a few places with, what do you call it? Ruffles with the sari silk. And it's so bright and beautiful that I love it so much. I thought, well, it'll be pretty. And like I said, I'm not going to make big, long places. I'm just going to use it here and there and make little ruffles here and there. So, I don't know. I thought that might look kind of cute. Yeah, I still, in my throat, guys, is just kind of like scratchy. I don't know. It's not, it just keeps catching, you know. Okay, there's one little ruffle. I really, really, really need to order some more of the sari silk. Does anybody out there, I might have asked you this before, I don't know, but does anybody out there have like a store in Etsy, or have tried, now I know this particular sari silk came from Amazon because Valerie gave it to me and she had got it on Amazon, and I do like it. And I bought some on Etsy one time and I ended up, it wasn't all that great. And so I was wondering, do any of you have, like I have my person I go to, my Heidi I go to for my goodies with the the seam binding. I don't know why I can't ever think of it. Anyway, but does anybody have any suggestions of shops they like to use for sari silk? If you do, please comment. Ouch, I just stuck my finger right in that hot glue. Comment and let me know, because I really, there's so many on there, you guys. And I look at them all and I'm like, okay, that's, you know, because it's money and I don't have it to just spend, you know. This has not taken off as far as supporting me. This is not a full, I mean, it's my full-time gig, but it's not full-time pay. So I don't have the money to go in Etsy and make mistakes, you know. I want to get something that is worthwhile. So if anybody knows that a particular shop has really nice sari silk, I would really appreciate being directed that way. I'd love it. Thank you. Okay, come on now. You know you gotta do the ruffle. Don't argue with me. It's arguing with me. I think it's because I don't have enough glue on there. It's not moving it well enough, you know. There we go. That's better. That's better. Okay, we're gonna squish that up better. There. Okay. And I'm gonna kind of, I'm gluing this to the paper, which is not good. I'm getting black on there. That sucks. Stop it, Tara. Be careful. You know what? Really quick, I'm going to grab this. This old mat, and that way if I glue it, it'll be glued to this and I can pull it off. I'm ripping paper onto my thing and I don't want to do that. Okay, so we are gonna, okay, we're about to hit an hour now, guys. These videos have been longer. I actually have debated strongly on doing some editing and, you know, making them shorter, but I've had so many of you tell me don't do that. I want to see the whole video. I haven't started doing that. I have the ability. I have a software program and everything, and I am smart enough to figure it out. I used to edit my own reading, my own reading stuff that I did for the books, but I haven't started doing that, only because you guys tell me that you don't want me to. So in case there's anybody out there who's new and is wondering, why in the world is she taking so long? Why are her videos so long? It's actually because the people that communicate with me have told me they like that. And I am here for you guys. I'm not here for me. So the majority of people who have taken a minute to comment have said that they like longer videos and that they enjoy watching the full process. So I'm liking the way that purple looks. Oh, I do love me some purple. Okay. All right, and I'm going to do one more over on this side. So I told you it's just going to have like just splotches of it all the way through. I'm sorry, I keep clearing my throat. It's driving me crazy. Now I do have that darker purple, and I really loved yesterday how those bows came out, or no, day before yesterday. Was it yesterday? No, it was the day before. The double video, the part 1 and part 2. But I did the bows with the crinkle seam binding. Oh, I wish I could just remember seam binding. And I liked how that turned out, so I might do some of those on this as well, but with that really dark purple, because I do have one more purple, but it's a super dark. I mean, it's darker than this, so it's kind of like, oh, okay. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move. No, I think I might use you actually, because this part is gonna get a little more, because now we're at an hour. I'm gonna start kind of hurrying, I think. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do that one right there. And I'm gonna use the hot glue because it is quicker. Oh, this little bird will look cute on here, huh? Let's go for it. Let's put him right there. That's pretty. Now let me see here. Where's my... I was gonna say, let me do a wee bit of distressing, just a touch. Don't want it to look too new. And I know that's a big sign, but I just kind of like it. Now these are chipboard, so it's going to be thicker. I'm not going to be able to roll this one. I'm going to have to put this one hanging. I use bulldog clips and hang it from a bookshelf in my hallway over here. And it works for me. And I'm just going to put some little phrases here and there. Let's see. Okay. What else do I have? Oh, that one's cute. For you. I do think I want to do a teapot. I have a few of these in there. Okay. Oops, I'm going to bring you over just a hair before you dry. There we go. Don't dry. I have to put a little more glue right here. I pulled it. There. And then on some parts of this, on the edges, I want to do a little bit of the lace. Yeah. I think so. But I want to cover some of these spots with different I'm looking real quick because I've got a lot of little small pieces in here still that I haven't used. Let's see. This is pretty, but I have to have something to put on it, I think. anybody recognizes this stuff, it's part of one of Tina's kits I've had for ages. Oh, shoot. I was thinking of doing also some like little green butterflies. I brought some out that I thought would look good. I don't want the bigger ones, I just want the smaller ones here. No, I don't like that green on there. I don't know that I'll use all these, but I have got that green bling that would look cute against the purple, because you know I love green and purple together. Let me see. Okay. Pardon me. You know what I should have done? Oh man, I just thought of it and now it's kind of late. I have this purple and I was thinking instead of, okay, where's my purple dauber? There it is. I was actually thinking that this might look good because I love green and purple, to have it done in purple around the edges instead of the brown with the butterflies. Yeah, I like that. I have hazel green eyes and I have always looked good in purple. And that's why I know that I like purple and green together. So, in case anybody wonders what my thing with purple and green are. I should have done this first, just in case any of that shows. Oh well. Okay. I am getting kind of a mess going on here. I'm thinking, do I want to put... Oh, and I also wanted to put some of this bling on here if I can. Let's see if we can cut it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe, I'm not sure yet. I'm not saying no, but I'm not sure. I do want to do some of these flowers here. Oops. Now that one had purple around the edges of the green flower, and I didn't even have to try, so that's cool. Now, I'm going to put some of this lace. Where's it at? What did I do with it? Oh, it's hanging on my leg. Okay, so I'm going to put a piece of it running along here. You know what? I'm going to have to pull this up. Oh, I hate doing that, but I should not have laid this down first. I should have waited. Look at that. Dang it. You guys get to see me make a lot of boo-boos and fix them, don't you? You know? I like things to look a certain way. It would look fine if the lace was over it, but I don't want the lace to be over it. I should have. It's okay. Now I can just, there. And I'm going to go ahead and use, I don't ever use hot glue but on lace, but I'm going to. Like that. And then that purple can come down over. All right. All right. We're just going to go. Okay. Now, I'll go ahead and glue this back down over that spot like that. You'll be able to see a little bit of the paper under through the lace, I'm noticing, but I don't think it's really going to matter much. It's, you know, I could always come back under it with some cloth or fabric if it really bothers me, but it's not bothering me, so I'm not going to worry about it. My eyes are getting confused with what I was laying out here, so just got to move a few things. About to knock this over. Come here. Sorry guys, something's about to fall. And if it falls, I'm going to have a real mess. There we go. Well, as you can tell by now, this is why I don't usually do full-blown snippet rolls on camera, because they are time-consuming. And, sorry, I'm just moving some stuff over here so I can grab it. Maybe. There. I'm just taking a quick glance at this away from, so I can see where things need to be. I've kind of lost track of where I want certain things. No. No. I'm surprised my purple still even works. It's so old. Some of my inks have been with me since I first started junk journaling almost 3 years ago. Oh my gosh, it's been almost 3 years. That's crazy. Do you ever stop and realize the time span that's gone by on something that you've done and you're like, what? That's how I felt right then. That is insane. Seriously. I honestly didn't realize I'd been doing it this long. I'm going to pause for a sec. I need to get something. Okay, I'm back. Cordy came out for a sec and said hi to me. So I was just grabbing another lace that I had put away and seeing if I could use it on here, but not sure if I will or not, but it's there if I need it. I decided to do like 3 strips of this, about approximately the same size on the bottom. So let's see. Yep. Okay. There we go. Ouch, ouch, burned my hand. Always be careful. Now, let's see, where did I want to do this one? Got right here, this little teapot. I think it's pretty cute. I also wanted to possibly, oh shoot, put a couple of ladies or children on here. I do have some pictures that have like a purple tint, and I'm not really sure if it was just my computer that did it, my printer I mean, at the time, or if they really were like that. I don't remember, but yeah, I'm probably gonna put a couple of ladies on here. Let's see. Right here. Okay. I had a couple more. There's one. I was going to say, I know I pulled a flower. I was thinking, yeah, I'll go ahead and do purple on this one. I did brown on the other one, but I think it'll be okay. And then let's go ahead and do a couple more little butterflies. So they're just kind of displayed throughout, flowers with butterflies throughout. A few more spots I need to cover on the edges. I'm not sure if I'm going to do lace on the top like I did at the bottom. You know, like I said, you got to look at this as not as an overall picture, but as in pieces, so that you kind of remember that you're going to be cutting this up, and it's not going to matter if it doesn't jive perfectly when it's all together. That doesn't mean it won't look good when you get it cut down. Kind of like our collages, right? Now, I do have, like I have this precious little girl, and these are always too purpley for my taste on other stuff. But with this, they might actually look really cute. Okay, now I'm going to tear these down. Even if I don't use them right now, I might not, but even if I don't, I will have them ready to go at another time. I just stick them back in my bag if I don't use them when I tear them and distress them and everything. You know, you're not wasting anything by trying it, because I would be tearing them down anyway, because that's how I use these. I think the only time I use the whole picture is if I'm going to frame it. You know, so. Sorry, I'm trying to get this right. So I'm thinking I might put her like right there, or maybe like right there, and then go ahead and do another one. I also have to keep in mind where I'm going to be cutting this. That's important. Where are you going to cut it down? Because you don't, of course, want to cut, if you're doing faces, you don't want to cut somebody in half. I absolutely love this little girl's pictures every single time I see her. And I haven't glued it yet because I'm not positive. We'll see. She would look good, right? Maybe right here. And I've got that butterfly there. Either way I go, I'm covering the bird and the butterfly slightly. Sorry. Could do her like that. Now this one's a little longer and skinnier. I can probably fit her between something that's already there. Right here. She would go right there. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Okay. So I'm going to put this one at an angle here between the teapot. And one thing I am going to do with the pictures is I'm going to put some gold around their edges. Just a touch, you know. You know me, got to have that gold if I can get it somewhere. I'll put it somewhere. Glue gun's working better than it did when I first bought it. I'm not sure what happened, but there we go. And part of these, when it's cut down, won't have a picture on it, and part of them will. So it just really kind of will, like, they'll probably be this section. She'll probably be her own section. This will probably be alone. Then she'll probably be with the bird. You know what I mean? So it'll all have its own little look. Where did I say on this one? She was here, right? Yeah. Okay. Girls, I am sorry. I always go over. I hope you guys don't mind just hanging out with me and having me chit-chat in the background of your crafting room, okay? I'm that kind of crafter. I'm the one that just rambles on and, you know, talks to you guys while I do my thing. So it's kind of like I'm hanging out with you, I hope. That's how it always was for me with Tina. Honestly, I loved her videos because she was just there with me, you know? And I just loved that. So we're going to go ahead and lay down a few more little things here, like a flower right here to cover that little spot. Okay, and then we have right here, that's too big, but I could just trim this flower off of the sign. Possibly use it right here. Or, I almost forgot, I've got all these beauties. These little guys could cover right there as well. I have to be really careful sometimes because I almost cut my finger with stuff. Let me look here. Oh, wait, you know what? I do still have a few small things that I could use. We could do a little butterfly. Space is just a little bit too big a gap. You know what I might have to do is bring in a piece of my material real quick. Just a tiny piece here. Just to kind of, I don't know how well I'll do this. Let's see. We're going to use a really little piece. just a really little patch here. Okay. And even pull this up and glue it back down. That's what I'm going to do, so it's not, there we go. You guys get to see again how Tara fixes her screw-ups. I think we all do these little things that kind of make us go, oops, you know. So do I want that one there, or do I want this little flowers? What do I want right there? I think I'll put these. They're gorgeous. They're just gorgeous. And they're going to be partially, right, a little more on that. So that'll cover that up as well. Okay. And then to, let's see, do I have any other spots? I got one over here. That might be where I put this little butterfly. Yeah. Okay. All right, now, I'm not going to end up using that, I don't think. But I do want, oh, where's my lid? Oh, I've already, I think this is possibly my longest video ever. Aren't you guys lucky? I kind of want to put these flowers around like I did with the blue ones, or the ones I did yesterday, the reddish ones I did the other day. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Not everywhere, but just so they kind of show up here and there. So this is a snippet strip with fabrics and textures and paper. My rendition. Okay. So I don't know. I might do a few extra things to it when I get done with you guys on here, but overall, I think that's going to be. I think I'll put this little flower right here in the corner. Right up here. And you know what? I'm going to pull him off and wipe that. You know why? Because what I'm going to do is stick him a little further over before he totally dried. Right here into that corner. There. Okay. So that is our purple themed paper fabric snippet strip roll. I mean, this would be a roll if I could roll it. I don't know if I could with this thing on here. I might not be able to. But there we go. I hope you guys liked this and you felt inspired, and I will see you on tomorrow for devotions and on Monday for our mass make. I love you guys. God bless you. Please hit like, subscribe, and share this video if you felt inspired, and let me know and see what you made. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.